All right, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Firebox Breaks. We are going to continue on with another episode of Mashup Monday. Well, the voice almost cracked there at the beginning, but we are going to press on. Here we are. We've got 6 packs as per usual, and we're going to throw it back here. As we did in the previous episode, 9091 Upper Deck High Series, the French edition right there. We also have this right there, the 2010-11 Pinnacle 8 NHL trading cards in there, the Hobby. Maybe we'll pull an autograph from there. We also have the Toronto Maple Leafs Centennial set. We did fairly well. In recent episodes, we've got 21-22 Upper Deck Ice by way of Shoppers Drug Mart. Blister packs, same with this one, the 21-22 Series 2, and we have a Hobby Pack, another Hobby Pack. Wow. 2 episodes and I've already jumbled my words, but here we are. Maybe we've got more heat, I don't know. But we got the EX, and we're going to put that just before the end. We will open up these packs in this particular order. And we'll go like this. So, can we get some extreme heat? Who knows? We've got some pretty cool content nonetheless right here, right now. Let's start off with the Upper Deck Ice 21-22 from the blister packs by way of Shoppers Drug Mart. Of course, we've got some pretty cool content in the past. We hit some amazing Ice premieres. We've got Brad Marchand. We've got a Ryan O'Reilly. Maxime Comtois, we've got Cam Talbot there in the Minnesota Wild, and Cole Perfetti, a rookie right there. Not too bad, that is pretty sharp. So we do start off with a Cole Perfetti. That is a pretty solid start nonetheless. And let's go to a old pack, a throwback. 9091 years ago, and some of you probably weren't born if you're watching this. Some of you were just a thought, but here we are. We've got a Dan Beaupre with the Washington Capitals, just sitting there waiting for his team to score. I don't think the Capitals were too dominant at that point in time, but here we are. Troy Crowder. And we got a Mark Howe. Pretty solid last name, but not too much of, not really effective for a player of that magnitude. Here we are. We've got a Brian Bradley. Of course, depends who you ask, I guess. We've got a Mark Osborne. Yes, Mark Osborne. We have a Conference Campbell All-Star Skills Mark Messier right there. Kind of looking like a Gordie Howe. But that is the Messier, the Moose. Here we are. Jeff Smith, that is a all-rookie team. Jeff Smith, not too bad, so Oilers content. We got a Drake Berhowski, the #1 draft pick. A lot of, basically these draft picks were highly touted, didn't do too well in the 90s, except for Yager, Nedved, Nolan, some of them as well. Jimmy Watson, Heroes of the NHL. It's been a while since I've seen that actual card. Here we are, Tom Barrasso, just on the line. Kind of playing around. Let that puck in. No, I guess I'll save it. Daniel Marois and Stéphane Beauregard, the Gardien debut. And that is French, of course. Pretty solid design. That was the original Jets, not the current throwback as you see today, the 2.0 version. But we had some pretty cool cards. Nothing of tremendous value for a recap, but I guess if we want to throw one in, I mean, we could probably add this #1 draft pick and this other one here. So we'll just put those aside. Just double checking. Nothing too exciting though, but we will add to the pending recap as we proceed. Here we are. This one I believe came out in 2017. So the Toronto Maple Leafs Centennial set. You'll find some pretty cool cards in there. I have yet to pull a redemption. I mean, or actually I did, yes, and I ended up sending it out. I didn't get a redemption though, but we did get some autographs, a few of those as well. Nick Antropov. We got a Don Metz right there. We've got a JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, Mitch Marner now in the desert, Dave Reed. There we are. So not too bad. I mean, there's some pretty cool cards, but nothing of tremendous value to add to our recap. Series 2, 21-22. Now, if you've seen the previous episode, we did hit a pretty solid young gun. And can we get another young gun? Yes, we do. We've got a young gun right there, so we're going to move that off to the side. This one here also. Okay, we've got a young gun. We've got Teravainen right there. We've got a chance to hit something big. We got a Michael McLeod. Now, his fate is still yet to be determined there. Wayne Simmons. We've got Nino Niederreiter. Of course, if you followed that trial there, you know what I'm talking about. We got Romanov. Of course, we just went to the young gun, Ricard Raquel. Nothing big, but we got a Jake Lecision right there. So that'll be a young gun for the pending recap. Not a big one, though, but nonetheless. We've got a young gun, which keeps the streak alive. We also have the Cole Perfetti. But can we get something big here? I'm just leaving the 20, 10, 11 for later on because might get some autographs in there, and I know with this EX, you don't really get major value back. Nazem Kadri and Tyson Forster, but you get two cards, pretty nice. I mean, these, some are numbered, some are not. The green, I believe, are the regular, and then the purple variation, but we tried. We were looking for a Connor Bedard, nothing there, so it's down to this. So I guess I put the right packs at the back in the right order there. Maybe this will give us a little more bang for the buck. We've got 8 cards. Oh, we've got a thick card there. So we've got could be a jersey. Maybe it's I don't know if they've got the autos in there, but nonetheless, we've got a relic coming up. Ryan Whitney there with the Coyotes. We've got Ryan Kessler right there celebrating very minimally in terms of that team. But here we are nonetheless. Brian Elliott. Pretty cool shot. We got a Steven Stamkos right there after a goal. We've got a Curtis Foster. I haven't heard that name in quite some time for the Oilers, but that's pretty cool. Derek Roy right there. James Neal with Dallas, and we've got a Chris Mason. But what do we have here? It seems to be City Lights. I don't know if City Lights are autographs, but it shows to be a Thomas Vokoun jersey right there. So we've got a jersey swatch, a little bit of napkin there. Thomas Vokoun, City of Sunrise, and it is numbered as well, so 93 of 499. Usually these jersey cards aren't numbered, but that's pretty solid. So there we are. We've got a City Lights, nothing wrong with that, and we're going to do a pretty quick recap here momentarily. So that was pretty neat, just a throwback to the Pinnacle cards of 2010-11. And let's go in this particular order here for the pending recap. So, if you are just joining on, welcome. We have some pretty cool cards, some pretty cool content. And this is what I decided to put in terms of value back for the episode. Here we are. We have a Drake Berhowski, Jeff Smith. We've got a Mark Messier skills card right there. We got a Forrester, Kadri, Lecision. We've got the Vokoun napkin as you just saw. But the hit of the break right here, Cole Perfetti. That is a rookie card, and it comes to us by way of the blister packs at Shoppers Drug Mart. So no, we didn't hit big with the LCS packs or the hobby packs other than the napkin, but we did get some pretty cool rookie cards nonetheless. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and the contents that we opened up, and I look forward to your comments down below, so we're going to leave it there. Like, comment, and subscribe for all that good stuff, and as always, I'll be back with more content in the near future. Till then, bye for now.